Hi. Well, they're mean to you, Gina. Yeah. Lestrade, not Lestrange. That's different. Also, we were robbed at gunpoint, so there's that. Well. Mm-hmm. Looking at people like you hate them gets them to give you stuff, Gina? It doesn't work for all of us, but okay. You really wanted the nice shiny disc. Well, listen, it probably contained the last will and testament of Magnus McGilded. It's fine. It's important. No, I don't think they're gonna... No, I don't think that's gonna work, no. It's a hell of a leap of logic, but okay. Well, he did mention something else about another article, but... I mean... Gina, you're not making it hard... You're making it very hard to believe that you actually came into these possessions legitimately. Herlock. That would be nice. A modest violin. Now that you have your actual violin and not your busted up viola. No. Heaven forbid she accept charity. He invited you to dinner and you're hungry and want food. Nope. Okay, fine. Off she goes. Maintaining her pride, I suppose. Yeah, probably. Listen, bud. That would be nice. Okay. Oh, boy. Is it a murder trial? Or a plot of some kind? Because... Well, I mean, I guess there's been a plot to this story, but... Okay. Herlock has a surprise. Should be fun. There appears to be... Well, I mean, we can examine the... No, we can't really examine the empty storefront. Okay. Hey, here's Windibanks. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it is. We were just there. We were just there. Mm-hmm. You felt so... How much did you get for pawning a fountain pen, Ryu? Really? I mean, I understand there are pen collectors in the world, but I don't think you would have gotten very much for it. Alright. Offward to... I don't know. Place is starting to feel like a real office. Yeah, we can't really go to the pawnbrokery, but Sholmes invited us to his suite for dinner, so let's go have us a sweet dinner. Makes sense, right? This place is even more busy than the main office. Or it's just another corner of the main office, actually. You're preparing everything for dinner? It's 3:46. We were just specifically informed that it is exactly 3:46, and you're already starting dinner. Now, granted, you probably can't do what I did for dinner, which was microwave a Hot Pocket and have a rather large handful of reduced fat wheat thins. But, you know. Damn it, now I want a Hot Pocket and a rather large handful of reduced fat wheat thins. No, I already had that for dinner. I also had that for breakfast, but it's beside the point. Well, she's very happy about potentially cooking for more people. I mean, okay, her name's Ginny, sure. It's literally longer than Gina, but alright. Not to say, but to type. Uh-oh. Oh, he's poring over a thing. Oh no. Herlock, are you in a sad funk again? You were in a... You don't... Herlock, are you high? Have you been injecting the heroin? It's... Okay. He's completely oblivious, huh? Alright. Well... Listen, this is a children's game. I don't think they're going to include a Herlock Sholmes is addicted to heroin subplot. But, you know, they've already had many murders and a man point a gun to his head and an armed robbery committing. So, you know, anything's possible, I suppose. That's it's a potentially awkward conversation, and yet a rather important one. How exactly? Well, okay, there are very few good means by which a precocious 12-year-old girl winds up in the, let's say, company of a professional cop detective. There you go. Listen, you're very good at this. You're actually very good at this. And or you just heard me whispering. Well, it'll be fine. Okay. We're about to put that theory to the test, you realize. You know, there's going to be questions regarding parentage and potential lack thereof. But let's start with this whole Ginny thing. Well, that's nice. The best of friends. I somehow doubt that. Somehow doubt that you're actually the best of friends, but okay. She runs away as fast as she... Yes, see, she's not actually the best of... Okay. And you chase her. And you chase... Okay. Okay. It's one take on it, Ryu. I don't know. Chicks, man. Make a whole rainbow. Do you smoke grenade do anything, or is it just multicolored smoke? I mean, yeah, like, it's kind of a why, kind of a how did this come to be, you know? Why and how are very similar questions when it comes to custody of minors. Okay. I mean, we gathered that. Like, you live with a dude who's not your... Okay, that's... Okay, well... Is he like your uncle? Or... Is it Grandpa Hurley? No. Oh, okay. Oh. He had to go to a faraway land. I see. Okay. Was that faraway land Afghanistan? See, I can make a Sherlock Holmes reference every now and then. Uh-huh. Yeah, look, there's a connection here, Ryu. It's not like he just found this chick on the street. By chick, I mean, you know, precocious 12-year-old girl. It's not like he found this precocious 12-year-old girl on the street and was like, you know, well, I could use an assistant and adventure chronicler and smoke grenade launcher inventor. I know! I'll employ this waif of a child. Yes, it shall be my ward. It's not what Herlock said. It's not. It's just not right. Okay. Hey, look, a box. Oh, there's diaries in the box. Mr. Sholmes? Really? Yeah. Yeah. Accurate statement. Accurate statement. And then he fucking died. You're not allowed to look at the... I mean... Okay, so this is a past tense. Did the obvious thing rather than a gonna do the obvious thing. Well, that's a shame. Yeah, sad. But also, more content! Yay! Point of order, Iris, you're tiny now. Like, you used to be tinier, but you're still tiny now. Ryu just said it must have done, which... Man, this game is British. Like, this game is exceeding... I understand that this game is, like, set in jolly old England for the most part, and prominently features Sherlock Holmes, but we make it a reference joke name, and all of that good stuff. I understand that, but just, like, the localization and the captioning and the text and the things people say, I don't actually believe that a Japanese man who traveled to Great Britain in the late 18 or perhaps early 19 would, within 2 months, pick up such phraseology as "it must have done." I do believe that a video game that was specifically translated into British English with no real concern for the characterization of the characters would use a phrase like, "it must have done," without any thought, really. What Iris is saying is that she's smart. Like, she's smarter than Herlock. Or maybe she has the Cyclock thing. Like, listen, at some point in this universe, we're going to have to establish actual legitimate paranormal bullshit. Because we know that, like a century in the future, in the beautiful, bustling American metropolis of Neo San Fran, Tokyo, there is literal, actual, supernatural bullshit. So here, in what's ostensibly a prequel game, we should probably get around to establishing that. Maybe she can actually literally see Fibbery. Who's to say? Nope. No, Hurley's bad at telling stories. That's the advantages from his mind when he's on the case. So don't take that as an insult or anything. Solve the case again. Did he come up with an entirely different conclusion? I'm willing to believe that he came up with an entirely different conclusion. Hey! He's a doctor of, well, I mean, the apostrophe S is doing a lot of work in that sentence, Iris. Like, is there an is regarding your dad at the moment? Like, I don't mean to put too fine a point on it, but he ain't exactly here. So, just wondering about that is there. Okay. You want to earn a doctorate. Okay. Okay. Is a doctor. Is. Oh, flashback. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I forgot that part. Oh, why? Oh. Oh, I forgot that part. Oh, this is gonna go bad. I straight up forgot that happened. I feel like a lot of players may have just straight up forgotten that happened, even if they weren't playing this game in 3-hour chunks, roughly 2 out of every 3 Thursdays, while somewhat imbooziated. It's fine. Yeah, he did kind of get killed, didn't he? He did kind of... I mean, yeah, that's a thing that happened. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Maybe we ought to shut up. Maybe we ought to shut up. The rare instance of the characters being smarter than the... Hi, Herlock. Hi. The characters are smarter than the player at this point, so... Hi, Mr. Sholmes. Your timing is impeccable. Also, I did make my presence known. You said you didn't know me. Okay. Oh, we're peachy. We're ducky. We went to a pawn shop and we got robbed at gunpoint. Nobody's mentioning that, like, at most 2 hours ago, we all got robbed at gunpoint. Like, nobody seems to particularly care or be bothered or remember that, like, 2 hours ago, at the absolute most, we all got robbed at gunpoint. I feel like if I got robbed at gunpoint, I'd still remember it 2 hours later. But, you know, that's just me. That's just me. Coming at it through modern lenses. You can only put yourself in the character's feet so much. If you try to put yourself in the character's feet too much, you start creating horny subreddits. How's your violin? Herlock, the thing we went to. Okay, you have something far more interesting. Is it a busted-ass viola you just found? Oh, no, you found a music disc. Okay. That's good. Not another disc. A disc. Oh. 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 Oh, you did a Satan Witch. Okay. Nobody told me you could do a Satan Witch. How'd you do that? Bud? Herlock? Are you particularly deft and nimble and... apparently. Got them sticky fingers, Herlock. Okay. So, do we have the last will and testament of Magnus McGilded in our possession? Because that would be nice. No, Ryu only defends murder suspects who are probably not guilty. And who wind up dying anyway. Hi, Magnus. No, don't offer your services to design the calling card, Susato. Don't do that. Okay. Everything's fine. Hi, Herlock. Tell me about this disc, would ya? How exactly did you pilfer it? Was there pilfering involved? I think there was pilfering involved. You were munching on caramel. That's true. That's true. You really like candy when you've got the sads. Me, I'm a fried chicken man myself, but it's mostly because fried chicken is cheap and readily accessible. Uh-huh. I remember. Bobby Fish and Chips gestured threateningly with his fish and chips. Mm-hmm. That's true. You did say that. Were you lying? You were lying. You told a fibski. Mm-hmm. You did. And in that moment, were you able to procure another disc and do a flip with it? Did you do a flip with it? You summoned your one and only friend into... Oh. He made... I'm sorry. Nope. You made a perfect copy of a music box disc by pressing the bumps of the disc into a caramel bar. And you did this without damaging the original disc, presumably. And then, so, did you then pour liquid hot metal on top of the caramel? Like, how do we take, even if you assume that one can make a picture-perfect one-to-one recreation of the dents made by a disc in a piece of caramel, in the 17 seconds at most that it was in your possession. You developed it yourself. That's why it's wrapped in a bar that says Sholmes is... Okay. Okay. The result of a precisely... I mean... Herlock, you're not describing caramel so much as you're describing Laffy Taffy. You made a bar of caramel out of Laffy Taffy. Honestly, caramel flavored Laffy Taffy sounds really good. That sounds really good. You can make it. Yeah, but it's not it's Laffy Taffy. Caramel is entirely too liquid for this. Like, the very idea of a bar of caramel is itself a little ridiculous because caramel is just so dang liquidy. Herlock, please don't go bragging about your ability to break into any home you want in jolly old London town. That sounds very illegal. It does sound very illegal. But move on. Swiftly moving on. Never mind. It helps us now. Okay. Alright, I guarantee that this is not music. I guarantee that it is the last will and testament of Magnus McGilded. But we're gonna ask this one before we get to the new one, because that's the way plots work. Mm-hmm. It's gotta be the tastiest music ever. Tazeel. Am I saying that right? Is it Tazeel? I'm gonna assume that I'm saying it right. It's got to be the tastiest music, just ever. I mean, you've heard Tizzy L. Got it. You've heard of Bubblegum Pop. This is Caramel Money Laundering, which is better, presumably. Yeah, there was a conflagration. The Reaper of the Bailey may or may not have... I mean, Curse of the Reaper is a very nice way of saying the Reaper fucking murdered him. But, you know, when the Reaper can turn into a ghost and has infinite shotguns, you have to be kind of careful. I understand that. I mean, his eyes do look a little bit cold to shoot fire, but, you know, maybe it's ice fire. Ice fire's a thing, isn't it? Could be. Did we, though? Well, actually, I think we pretty thoroughly proved that McGilded, at the very least, probably didn't murder thrice-fired McCready, the guy who lost 3 Merc jobs between here and Diamond City. I don't think it was McCready, but I forget his name. It is an unsolved case. It's a factual statement that it's an unsolved case. Yeah. Mason. I mean, that makes sense if he was a break for thrice-fired Mason. Okay. That's true. We kind of thought Bruce Fairplay did it, but we never proved that. So, you know, maybe we'll do that over the course of getting Gina Lestrade acquitted of the murder of Benedict Cumberbatch, or whoever that guy is. We pretty thoroughly established that it could have not been him, and probably even wasn't him. Yeah, the fact that it's open is why the case is not yet closed. Anyway, about the last will and testament of Magnus McGilded. Tell us what music the disc does play. Well, unfortunately, it's a fucking piece of caramel. So Herlock, you don't know what this disc can play because it's made out of candy, don't you? None whatsoever. Is that because you've never... Okay. No! Despite the fact that we had it explained to us in the pawn shop, we don't... Oh, boy. Oh, this looks more like a lockpicking minigame than anything else. Oh, no. Okay. Rotating cylinder with protuberances on it is... I mean, that's how player pianos work, right? Kinda seems... Okay. Which uses discs. Yeah. Okay. So they're very popular now. Sure. Yeah. You can make interchangeable discs. This is why the Walkman will become a thing later, deep into the 1900s. This tracks. Sure. Music is one of the great joys of existence, I'm told. Presented with an insurmountable... Do we have a music disc, but we don't know what kind of player it goes for? That's bad! Hold on! This is bad! We should make uniform standards of media formats. You can't have an MP3 and an MP4 and an MP7 and a QZ5. No! Everybody's got to have the same thing. You've got to standardize your disc. You're telling me that you have a disc made out of caramel and you don't know what music box plays it? This is fucking VHS and Betamax all over again. Naturally, you tested your disc made out of caramel, and it doesn't work. And you've concluded that it's because of the bumps, not because it's made out of caramel. Okay. Okay. Well, you want to track down every music box ever made in Europe. Okay. That's a lot, apparently. It is convenient that he has all of this space in his parlor. Like, there's a few inches on an empty shelf over there, and that table with the hourglass, you can fit like a third of a music box just on the jutty edge, not to mention the other part above the drawers. And he's got all of these chairs. Like, you could just make the floor out of music boxes if you need to. It'll be fine. And also he has not quite squatters, but roommates. Well, let's not jump to that conclusion just yet, shall we, Hurley? You shall investigate the condition of your... Okay. Did you leave it at the pawn shop? Because if you left it at the pawn shop... Yeah, there's a society on the brink of credit collapse here, Herlock. You might be able to remedy some wrongs in jolly London town just by not giving your most prized possession to the fucking pawnbroker. Just a thought. He had a mind... he said he did. That's a good question. How much does he want for that? How much does he want for that? Iris? Yeah? Angered? Not great? Yeah, but publish it. What about publish it? If you publish it, then it will be safe and secure on bookshelves all around Jolly London Town. You fucker. Come on. Certain impetuous someone whose name is Herlock Sholmes and is wearing stupid goggles around his neck, as opposed to Iris Wilson, who's wearing ever so slightly stupider goggles tucked into her forehead in the shape of a headband. I almost said of her foreband, which, no, that's a different thing. The Hound of the Baskervilles. It's a book about a dog. Uh-oh. Oh, have we said something sad? Oh, we may have said something sad. Susato, what did you say? You said the name of a book. You said the name of a... Uh-oh. Oh, did you say the... Did you speak the unspeakable story? Susato. The chapter's called The Unspeakable Story. You spoke the story. Why did you speak the story? You spoke the story. Uh-oh. She spoke the story, I think. Uh-huh. I suppose that's a good question. Susato? Susato, did you have a confession? Did you steal the pawn ticket and then spend the last of our earnings to unpawn the Hound of the Baskervilles so that you could read it before anyone? She's a fan of the... Yeah, but that one apparently hasn't been published yet. Did you sneak into the storeroom when we were at Windibanks and no one was looking? Susato? What did you do? What did you do? Susato, did you just get us kicked out of our digs? 'Cause we kind of need digs if we're gonna be lawyers. And by lawyers, I mean a lawyer and his assistant, because you're a girl, and it is, after all, Jolly London Town in the late 18 or perhaps early 19 So, did you steal the... Did you read the... Uh-oh. It's probably a good sign for us that Iris is blaming Herlock, but... Here. Convenient timing. We should press this button that we found on the stone wall. It'll be a riot. Don't eat the Nutrigrain bar wrapper. No. No. Come here. Come. Ah, there. Grab me. Oh. Ow.